Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay and over here we do beauty related videos, and if that sounds like something you're interested in, please be sure to subscribe. So today, as you can see by the title, we're going to be doing this hair step by step from taking out of the box to where it is right now. So I just wanted to state frankly, I'm not a stylist, I'm not a professional, I'm just someone that likes hair. I'm just someone that is going through the motions. So I wing a lot of things, I make a lot of mistakes, I make a lot of stupid mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes while filming this video. And also, making hair, like doing your hair, is not a quick endeavor. This takes a lot of time. I started filming in the morning and it is dark outside right now. So it does take a lot of time, it takes a lot of patience. I don't have either of those two things, but you just have to try and roll with it in order to get something beautiful. And bro, so thankfully this hair was sent to me by iDEFINE Wigs, and this hair is beautiful. So as we go along with the video, I'm gonna get into the specs, but let me just tell you right now, the hair is, I love it. So this might be a long video, so without further ado, let's just get right into it.
Tell her walk blood. Who killing them in the UK? Everybody gonna say UK.
Hey y'all, so as I said, I got my wig from iDEFINE Wigs, and this is the box, just really simple, really sturdy, and this is the contents. So they came with 2 wig caps, one light skin, one brown skin, and I love that because usually you just get the light skin one. And it came with a really nice tail comb actually, and an edge brush. I haven't used this yet, but I really want to, and a tweezer. I don't know, I think I used that one to tweeze my wig today. And this is the wig. So the texture of the wig is royal wave, and it is a 16-inch wig. I love the curls, they're so bouncy, and the lace is very thin. This is a brown lace, very normal Swiss lace. So this is a 13x4 lace wig. Usually I prefer 13x6, but we work with what we have, and it has the usual combs and the elastic band. This is what I'm going to be using to bleach the knots. I get it from Superdrug. You can also get it from Boots. So I turn my wig upside down and I secure it on my mannequin head. I got this mannequin head from Amazon. I'll have it linked below so you can check it out. And this is what my bleach mixture looks like. It's very thick, so it makes it more difficult for it to run through and actually bleach the hair, because all you want to do is bleach the knots. So if you look really closely at the knot, at the lace, you'll see these little black dots, and that's what we refer to as the knots. And we bleach them just so that it looks a bit more natural. It looks like roots and not just like a wig. And I like to focus my bleaching on the front at first, front and the parts, and then I spread it everywhere else, just in case there's not enough bleach. The most important parts are bleached. You don't necessarily have to bleach your knots. It's more of a toss-up. So if you want your hair to be more durable, don't bleach your knots. But if you want it to look more natural, bleach your knots. And the next step in making it look more natural is plucking the hairline. So it did come pre-plucked, and it was very beautiful pre-plucked. So this is one of the most beautiful pre-plucked hairlines I've seen, but the transition is why I'm pre-plucking. So as you can see, I parted the hair in front, and I'm just going behind that plucked hairline and just making it a bit more smooth in the transition, a bit more seamless. So as you can see, I'm plucking sporadically. I try not to pluck too much in the same place, and it just makes it look a lot more natural when you're done. Like, it looks like your natural hairline. Your natural hairline, some people's hairlines start thick, but mine does not. So I just wanted to mimic my hairline, and it makes it look less wiggy when you pluck it. So you don't have to pluck it at all, to be honest. Because it came pre-plucked, it looks fine, but I'm a bit excessive sometimes. Sometimes I want it really plucked, and sometimes I don't want it plucked at all. And this is the end result of me plucking everything, and you see how beautiful and natural that looks. Oh my god. So the hair is still a bit damp, and I want to style it today for the purpose of this video. On a normal day I would let it air dry, but because I'm filming this video today, I wanted to get it all dry. So this is the part where the video gets a bit higgy-hagger, because I wasn't sure how entirely I wanted to style it. So all I was completely sure of is I wanted to mimic that royal wave curl, because I really was in love with it and I just wanted to try and mimic that curl. So what I was trying to do was a pin curl, and only for me to realize that I didn't have enough pins, and I didn't even have the right pins to begin with anyway, but that's a story for another day. But all I was doing was wrapping the hair around the barrel, waiting a few seconds, then holding it. Then I would spray some holding spray onto it. The spray I was using was Bedhead. You can use any holding spray you have. And then I would clip it. And that will help the curls last a lot longer. So when I had run out of the clips, I was doing the same thing, but instead of using a clip to hold it, I was wrapping it around a bendy roller, a big bendy roller, and then using that to set it. And funnily enough, I did like this better than the clip curls. I feel like it just looked a lot better and it just held a lot bouncier. I don't know, it was just nicer in my opinion. But alas, I also ran out of bendy rollers. I'm a mess at this point, I know. So what I used to finish it up were Velcro rollers, and this by far was my favorite. I actually really love the way that these came out, but I think that has a lot to do with the size of them. But I'm going to experiment with these a lot more and see how I feel about them. But I really did love how the curl came out. It was very old school, very Marilyn Monroe, but yeah. So here comes the bold cap method, and I don't know for what reason I wanted to use two wig caps. I felt like it would just help it stay on longer, but anyway, so I just laid my edges underneath the wig cap just so that it all sits secured because I didn't want there to be too much friction on my edges. And then I put another wig cap on top. I really should have just stuck with this darker one because it's just so much closer to my skin tone, and then I wouldn't have to put like foundation or anything on it. But yeah, I cut out ear tabs and I cut below my ears so that it doesn't jump higher than my ears, because when I used to cut around my ear shape, it would go around my ears. So today I decided to use the black got to be glue gel instead of using the spray, and I actually like this method a lot better because it's a lot more precise. You don't have the spray just running down your face like I usually do. It may take slightly longer to dry, but I just feel like this is a lot easier and a lot better. So before I go ahead and cut the excess off, I'm just trying to feel around to feel if there's anything still sticky, and if there is, I'm just going to use my blow dryer to dry it a little bit longer. I dry it on I alternate between cool and hot settings because I want it to dry faster, but I also don't want to burn my head off. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And then when it does feel completely dry, then I just use a small scissors to just cut around my edges. I don't really have a proper edge shape, so I just cut like any way I feel. I start in the middle and just cut as I see fit and go in further where it needs to be. So before I put the wig on my head, I make sure to remove the lace at the back. This is something I'm always forgetting to do, so I just had to remind myself to do it. And then I'm putting the wig on and seeing how it fits on my head and checking if you can see the wig cap. I'm seeing what's going on, and you can see a little bit of that light with wig cap on. I really don't know why I did this, like, it's so annoying. But yeah, I had to use some powder to just kind of disguise it a little bit. Just put that around the hairline and see how it goes. And you can see that that second wig cap just is my skin tone. I don't know why I put that light one on, but oh well, we all make mistakes. So I'm putting it back on and seeing if it's still visible, and it's a lot less visible this time. It's still a little bit visible, but it's not bad at all. So today I'm going in with the Ghost Bond glue. I want to get into using sprays instead of glue because I never really keep my wigs on for longer than 2 days, but I just love the way when you use a glue it just sticks and that's it. But when you use a spray you kind of have to keep fiddling with it, and I'm not well versed in that area yet, so I just use one layer. I try to be light-handed with it, but I'm a little bit heavy-handed, and I'm just using a popsicle stick to just spread it out. So now I'm just using a cotton pad with a little bit of alcohol on it to just try and remove the excess glue, and then I'm just using a blow dryer to make it go a little bit white. Once it's clear, I mean, then it's perfect for putting on, and it's a bit less clumpy, and it's just a nice even base. But usually I'm very impatient, so I don't really wait for it to be clear all the way. And you also don't want to make sure that it dries completely before you put it on, because that can be a mistake also. So I just let it dry to a point where it's still tacky, and then I place my wig on top of it. So now this is one of my favorite parts. I'm just using my comb to really press that lace into the glue so it becomes one with my scalp. I really want it to look like this wig is growing from my head, like this hair is not a wig, it's my scalp, it's my hair. And that is what I'm trying to achieve with like combing it in. It really does let it look a lot better. And then the final step is to use that bedhead spray. You can also use Got To Be, but I prefer bedhead. My friend put me on and I'm loving it so far. So as you can see, you see how the spray is just like rolling down my face. That's what happens when I try to do the bald cap method, and it's really annoying. But yeah. And then I use a blow dryer again to just smelt everything in. So one thing to note is that no matter how good you are at doing wigs, and no matter who your stylist is, your wig is never really going to look like scalp. It's always just going to look like a really, really well done wig. I've never seen a wig in person and been confused as to whether it was a wig or not. So don't beat yourself up if it's not perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect. So now this is another of my tricks that really help the lace melt into my skin. So now I'm just using an elastic band. I'm tying that around my perimeter, and then I'm using a blow dryer to just further melt that in. So what this does, it kind of acts like a hot comb. It just kind of lays the front hairs back, and then it just melts it into your skin. And then after I'm done with all of that, now it's time for cutting the lace. So I'm just using a small scissors that makes it easier for me to cut, and I'm cutting in like zigzaggy motions. I like to use a zigzag scissors, but zigzag scissors is a bit too clunky for this, so I'm just using a small scissors and trying to be careful to cut in zigzag, because when you cut in like a less straight line, it makes it less obvious that there's lace there. One thing I still struggle with is ear tabs. I'm still not the best at ear tabs. They kind of just piss me off. So I just cut any way, shape or form around my ear and just remove the excess lace. So this is how the curls look, and I'm impressed. So now I'm just going around my perimeter and just trying to snip off any excess lace that I can. This just makes it look a lot more natural. So at this point, I'm going to take a cotton pad with alcohol on it, and I'm going to use that to take off the excess spray that's on my skin. I recommend you try and be a bit more careful than me, but at this point I was tired. So then I'm adding powder to the perimeter of the lace, and this is just going to be an extra step to help it melt into my skin. So I'm using a powder that's my skin tone, and then I'm going to use the spray on top of that to melt that into my skin. And then to further melt it into my skin, I'm going to use the elastic band again, and that is like the final step in just securing this lace. So before I take out all the rollers, the clips, the curlers, everything, before I take those out, I just wanted to give it one last go of the blow dryer, just to make sure that everything is super dry, super melted and everything. And these are what the pin curls look like. Not my favorite, they're okay, but I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Probably that. And then the bendy roller curls, I feel like those came out a lot more neat and cute. And yeah, what do you think? Which curls are your favorite? Do you guys prefer the clip curls, the bendy roller curls, the velcro roller curls? The velcro roller curls were my favorite, to be honest. At first I was confused, I wasn't sure what it looked like. To be honest, I actually wish that I had straightened, curled, and then used the velcro curlers, because there's a bit of like waves at the top that I'm not so sure about. But I was feeling the velcro curls, like they were very big and voluminous and giving that very old school vibe. I really loved it. This curl was where I started to see the vision. At first I was like, what is going on with these velcro curls? But when I saw this curl, I was like, yes, I can get behind this. This is something I like. And I was just playing around with it, and it was just giving me everything. So this is the big reveal, and all things considered, it looks really good. The only thing is, I wish I had put foundation like just in between the lace and my face, but yeah, it looks really good. So brushing out really brought the curls together, looking really good, looking really cute. I was in love. So now I'm just trying to style it to frame my face a little bit better, just trying to get acquainted with it. I love old Hollywood style, so this was everything for me. Now I'm just using a wax stick to just try and get it to grip all those little hairs before I put my hot comb on it. One thing about me is that I can't just do a straight back side part. It has to be a C curve. I feel like C curves frame the face the best. I love it so much. And I'm just using that wax stick to try and tame any little flyaways there may be. There weren't that many, but it just helps it slick a lot better. And now for the baby hairs. Baby hairs and me, we are not friends. I don't find them easy, but I'm trying my best. So I'm just cutting out a slight little bit of baby hairs. I'm just doing 2 edges, and I tried to use mousse, but mousse just was not working for me. I don't know, maybe I need lessons, but I found the black got2b to be very, very easy to work with, and that was that. So yeah, that's the final look, and let me know what you guys think. So that is it for today, guys. If you want me to get into more in-depth videos, like in-depth videos on plucking, in-depth videos on styling, in-depth videos of just whatever it is, let me know, and I'll be happy to do that. So for now, we are done, and I will hope to see you in the next one. So please, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and make sure you thumbs up this video if you learned something new.